the opening lineup for Boston. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Then it's Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Sam Hauser. And it's Keita in at the 5 down low. And for the Hawks, Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Ricochet. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point. And as the NBA season rolls on, GA, what's one of the biggest challenges this time of the schedule?
I'd say maintaining your level. It's so hard to be consistent throughout the season, and it's really about the mental side of the game. It's so tough to stay locked in.
And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. Brown outside. From outside, off the mark. Johnson, the pass to Alexander Walker. Johnson dishes to Daniels. Johnson the screen. Inside. And Johnson with the stuff.
Man, it was so much fun watching these guys just throw it down. Jalen Johnson can do it with the best of them.
Keita, the pass to Brown. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. That doesn't go either for Brown.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Johnson gets the bucket.
Going in there, and Johnson playing big.
Now here's Brown. He had 27 points last game. To the paint. Takes it off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Ricochet with it. He's covered by Brown. Shot clock at 5. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. It's good.
Well, they were looking for a fast start, and they have been perfect from the tip.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, thanks. The Celtics this summer trading Drew Holiday for Anthony Simons. They're almost a decade younger. Simons' deep threat capability is definitely a fit for the way the Boston Celtics like to play, especially now moving forward. If he can fit in defensively, he could be a long-term contributor, guys.
He's more than capable. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. Here's Johnson, following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Johnson can't hit.
That was their first miss of the game. 4 for 5 right now. What a good start.
It's Brown on the wing. Guarded by Ricochet. And stolen by Okongwu. Alexander Walker finds Ricochet. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
At the wing position, Ricochet has pretty much everything you're looking for, right? Length, mobility, three-point shooting. And add to that, he has a great feel for the game.
He misses the free throw. Boston making a switch here. Walsh is checked in. And he's good on the second. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you, guys. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, the closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control. Things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you. Back to you.
Staying dialed in. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Here's Alexander Walker. Following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Okongwu. And Pritchard pulls it down. Celtics trail by 3. White, good.
Well, inside, Derek White showing an ability to finish around the cup.
Daniels against White from outside the arc. Hands it from downtown. Alexander Walker's got 5 more.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Zinkas is checked in for Atlanta. Cullum comes in for Dyson Daniels.
Substitution on the court.
1:21 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Shireman, defended by Alexander Walker. Pass to Boucher. Just 5 to shoot. Rebound, Atlanta. It's McCollum on the wing. And the 3 off target. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
McCollum against Simon. Pass to Shireman. Here's Walsh. And another miss by Boston. Atlanta leading by 4. Now McCollum still scoreless. The 3. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Right back after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Atlanta?
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Kisper. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Krejci in at the small forward.
That's what you call using your size in the painted area. Kristaps Porzingis, easy work right there.
The shot's good from Simons.
Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him.
Former dunk contest champion and Bernie Simons. Greg also a threat from deep.
Yeah, over half his shots coming from long range. I mean, he's not exactly a point guard or a lockdown defender, but if you need a bucket, that he can provide.
Celtics trail by 3. Pass to Tillman. Now Simons. He's covered by Daniels. You know, Doris, it's an ongoing debate, but some believe that the game is better today than ever before. I think it is. What about you?
Well, Kevin, despite what you might hear from players from prior generations, I 100% agree with you. Each and every year, we seem to be setting a record for the most efficient offenses in the history of the game. The players have never been more skilled. We lean heavily into analytics. It's in a perfect place.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Boy, when you watch this guy shoot free throws, you can see very repeatable motion, and that is what leads to this kind of consistency.
To the inside. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Pass to McCollum. Back to Rizichet. Johnson outside. Carries it from 3-point range. 9 points for Jalen Johnson.
And what a shot right there by Johnson. Wasting no time in letting that one go.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's ready to talk things through with them. Okongwu's checked in. Jaylen Brown's checked in for the Celtics. White comes in for Anthony Simons. Brown the pass to Tillman. Okongwu grabs the board.
Boy, he had a clear look at it. Ooh, you hate to miss chippies like that.
And a wide open look for Daniels. And it's off from three-point range. Pass to Pritchard. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Brown, no good.
And even with good coverage defensively, that he has confidence to drill the three. And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Brown. Inside. And stolen by Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Brown outside. Pritchard sets a screen for Brown. Outside, White. And they get it, and White slams it in.
Derek White saying it's not just the big fellas who've got some hops. I can put it down. Yes, sir.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Hawks. The Celtics also changing it up. Kate is checked in, and Sam Hauser subbed in for Chris Boucher. Johnson, the pass to Daniels. Over White. Rebounded by the Celtics. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Here's Keita over Okongwu. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks. Jaylen Brown never loses confidence. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla said he has great short-term memory. If he misses a shot, it never affects the next one. You can't shake him. I just love his poise and his ability to attack. Brown said, every time I take the floor, I want to be aggressive. Guys, back to you.
You absolutely love that confidence. Okay, Allie, we thank you. Here's Okongwu following the basket by Jaylen Brown.
Boy, he may not be the biggest center in this league, but big-time athleticism on display.
The Celtics working the ball around now. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And this is outstanding vision by Jaylen Brown. This guy dishing the ball beautifully to his teammates.
It's Okongwu, high post. Johnson sets the screen for Daniel. And Johnson with the stop.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
First, team second.
We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the half. To the paint. Gets the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And some good action through the first two quarters as we reach halftime. Hawks lead by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta.
Welcome each and every one of you. First off, let's check out some of the other NBA action tonight. Well, before we move on to the next part of the show, hey Jeff, you get enough sleep last night?
Why are you asking? I'm a little tired, but you know, I'm a busy man, Ernie. You know, I got a lot going on, but I'm here. Like, what's going on? I'm ready. What are we doing?
And focusing back in on the Hawks, they're in a tight one.
You see their intent right away, Shaq. I mean, finding high percentage shots, that's great. Right now, that's their advantage.
Yeah, they've established a strong foundation offensively, and they're building on that. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Jalen Johnson has been sensational.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Oh, his power is unbelievable. An intimidating force when he's at his best.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. On the court for the Celtics, Pritchard and White are their guards. Sam Hauser is out there with Brown, and it's Keita in at the center, filling out the middle. So we're talking about Dyson Daniels here, Greg. Just how incredible a defender is this kid?
I mean, last season he came in second in terms of voting for Defensive Player of the Year, led the league in steals, and this young man's just getting started. Figures to be a problem for a long time.
Here's Pritchard, defended by Alexander Walker. 5 to shoot. Shoots from the elbow. No good off the front iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Daniels passes to Alexander Walker. Daniels a screen on Pritchard. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Brown the pass to Keita, and that one is hammered home.
But Jaylen Brown getting better and better in pick-and-roll situations. There's a real willingness to give up the basketball. Well, guys love to score, but the differentiator is, can you do it at an efficient clip? And right now, that's what's happening.
Outside, White. Back to Brown. And it's Rizichet with the rebound.
This is frustrating. You come out to start the second half, you've made one of your first 4 shots.
There's White. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Pass to Brown. Shoots over Rizichet. Brown, no good.
The offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Here's Alexander Walker. Down low. And Okongwu slams it in.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Brown kicks to White. There's the screen to the middle. Here's Keita, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics. Last season selling for over $6 billion.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion. As those well-heeled individuals continue to pay these incredible prices, the pressure to unlock new league revenue streams, listen, it's only going to increase.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the 2 teams.
Now here's Brown, guarded closely. It's White on the wing. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one.
Love to see Derek White go right up with it off the catch. No doubt right there. Just get the jumper flowing.
They set the pick. Back to Alexander Walker.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
In that true GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard.
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
Here's White. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. White's got 5 points now in the quarter. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Atlanta making some changes. Kispert's checked in for Okongwu. Luke Kennard comes in for Rizachet. And McCollum subbed in for Dyson Daniel. Alexander Walker passes to Kennard. Here's Alexander Walker, covered by Simon. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, in the modern NBA, a big that can shoot with range, so important. Kristaps Porzingis from three.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's McCollum. Here's Porzingis, and the Hawks getting another basket right there.
From the mid-range, Kristaps Porzingis release points so high.
Pass to Walsh. Now here's Simon, defended by Alexander Walker.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Cullen passes to Alexander Walker. Back to Kennard. Misses the three. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Bucks ahead. They're up by 7. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for me.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. Kennard is out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Kispert in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Kennard's shot is off.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to Pritchard. Outside, Simon. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Puts up a deep 3. A shot by Pritchard, no good. The Hawks leading by 7. McCollum dishes to Kispert. And the Hawks can't hang on to the ball.
Boy, a turnover like that will have a coach just staring at his shoes, biting his tongue.
Okongwu's checked in for Corey Kispert. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Outside, Simon. Pritchard against McCollum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Brown. And no good that time. Good work defensively by Johnson. Porzingis. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. And that's 11 points for Porzingis.
Boy, you love the efficiency with which he's going at things tonight. This is what we've come to expect from him.
Plays it up off the glass.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Porzingis sets the pick for McCollum. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Easy money for Kristaps Porzingis. That's 7-3 we're talking about.
Pritchard against McCollum. Pass to Brown. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Rebound, Atlanta. Okongwu's now got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And hard work on the glass once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Little turnaround. Kennard for three. The rebound by Simon. And Simons has got the ball here for Boston. 9-point game. Boucher for Zingis with the block.
Oh, that is a big-time block from KP. How about that rim protection?
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. For the Hawks, Zachary Rizachet is checked in for Porzingis. Tyson Daniels comes in for Luke Kennard. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for C.J. McCollum. And then for Boston, Kate is checked in, and Sam Hauser subbed in for Chris Boucher. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He really emphasized rim protection. He said to his guys, I want us to cut down on the easy looks inside. No more of that. It's a simple ask that could have a big impact.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that.
We've been watching Jalen Johnson build this confidence, taking it to the defense there. Big game tonight.
Lays it in off the window.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Off the glass.
Oh, that's a great sign for Rizachet, proving he can handle the physicality of the NBA.
Here's Pritchard. White setting the pick for Pritchard. Misses the three. The Hawks leading by 11. Johnson outside. Alexander Walker up top. White covering.
Clearly a foul.
Team first. Nickeil Alexander-Walker. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good. Celtics trail by 12. Brown drives in. White setting the pick for Pritchard. Sweet move. Oh, down it goes. Hawks have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Hawks.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Onyeka Okongwu.
He showed up on the glass in a big-time way, and that really set a tone.
McCollum against Gonzalez. And so it's Atlanta with the W. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both